Today we're working on speed and coordination with something that I like to use called an agility ladder. Today we're all about warming up with something a little bit different to the norm. So today we're going to be using our agility ladder for some coordination drills, a bit of footwork, and just to kind of get the heart pumping. So I want you to follow along as I show you through some different sequences you can use. Today I'm going to start off with a little bit more on the coordination spectrum. Fast footwork is the goal. Then we're going to move into some plyometrics. So plyometrics are our explosive movements. That means using muscular force, but also going for speed at the same time. Things like jumping push-ups, jumping lunges, jumping squats. From there, we're going to finish off with some calisthenics. So moving a little bit more into the muscular endurance side of things. Things like your push-ups, kick sits, and so on and so on. So follow along, I'll explain it as we go. Of course, you can add in your own exercises. This just gives you a rough idea of how you can use an agility ladder and program it into your wrestling warm-ups. I like to start with a simple exercise just to focus on quickness and coordination. So star jumps are a nice easy one. 2 feet in, 2 feet out, making sure you're raising your arms as your feet split. Now into our shoe shine, nice quick feet. We go in before moving to the next rung, making sure you're always pumping those hands as well. Now 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We're using a 2-foot jump over 2 rungs and then going back 1. Always emphasize staying on the balls of your feet nice and light, which is integral for pro wrestling. Split jumps, we just split our feet, 1 forward, 1 back, before alternating and then moving on to the next rung. With all of these, I like to go 2 rounds. So first round I might go a little bit slower and then speed it up for your second round once you find your confidence. Now the high knee Iki shuffle involves a high inside knee. Just start slow with this one. Find your coordination. The cues for this one are just in, out, in, out. We always go in steps of 3. Once we get the hang of that, we move into the fast Iki shuffle. Exactly the same, except that inside knee is not going to be raised. Now hopping is fantastic for prehab, especially if you're prone to knee injuries or if you've had any before. So we want to start off just moving forward before moving into a lateral hop. And of course, always switch sides on your second run around. More upper body work, we go into a hand walk. So this is a sideways hand walk. I always want to go in, out, before moving into our forwards walk. Now I have to emphasize, use your whole body for these. So use your feet almost like a bear crawl. Just make sure those arms are extended, not too much bend in the elbows. Now we're going more into plyometrics. So these aren't push-ups in a traditional sense where our chest comes all the way down. Just a slight bend in the elbows, enough to generate a bit of power and propel you to the next rung. For this one, we're going 2 hands in, 2 hands out. Exactly the same for the sideways plyometric push-up. Just 2 hands in, propelling yourself to the next rung of the ladder. With our jumping sumo squat, I want to make sure we go 2 feet in before moving up 2 feet out. You'll see that our feet are pointing at a roughly 45-degree angle. That's just for optimal knee health. Same with our jumping lunges. Our back foot try to stay within the rung and our front foot moving slightly out to the side. With our burpees, we want to replace our hands with our feet. So put your hands 1 in each rung, then move your feet into the same place. With these, it's more like a sprawl, so a slight arch in the back on the way down, making sure your quads just touch the mat. Now this is more our calisthenic exercises, focusing on muscular strength and endurance. We just want to go into a regular Hindu squat, then step around 90 degrees, making sure 1 foot is in each rung. Our walking push-up, very much the same. It's a close grip push-up, both hands within the rung. We want to go all the way down to the chest, take our time, and really focus on exploding back up to that top position. Finishing off today with some kick sits. These are probably the trickiest of the bunch. I want to bring 1 hand forward and then kick that same leg and hip through. Focus on your coordination, and once you find that confidence in the movement, you can pick up the speed slightly.
If you want to see more videos like this, click on the subscribe button, spread the word, and if you have any questions or requests for World Beater Wrestling, don't be afraid to comment below.